Dallas, Texas, baby, the big star. It's a nice sunny day. It's going to be like the only nice sunny day all week. I'm tired as all get out, but I got to get a lot of good footage today of Dallas because it's going to be raining the rest of the week.
Welcome to the Lone Star State, in the Big D.
They say everything is big in Texas, but on first glance, walking around the city, Dallas looks like a big bag of nothing. Lots of open space.
I've only been here for a couple hours, but you can tell Texas ain't got a lot of whole pretty green scenery.
Dallas magazine writer Peter Semek published an article called Lost Dallas, culminating the initial vibe of the city, saying Dallas is transient in nature. The city tends to build, evolve, destroy, replace, and erase habitually, leaving no marks of the past, only looking toward the future. Quick to pull the trigger, the raw prairie was developed into rich cotton fields. Tiny trading posts grew into burgeoning commercial centers. A small frontier town became a major center of the cotton, railroad, merchant, oil, and financial industries. The Texas frontier has always symbolized the notion of wide open possibilities. Settlers moving west for the quest of fortunes, the hope of hitting it big in the oil industry, holding the boom or bust philosophy close to the holster, but that meant losing historic neighborhoods and landmarks in the process, creating an invisible history.
I hate to say it, but Dallas actually has a lot to offer. So I head down to the deep Ellum district in Dallas to hit up Pecan Lodge, where supposedly they have the best barbecue in town. I got that triple meat plate with ribs, brisket, and sausage, side of mac and cheese and greens. It was the best barbecue in my life. It was raining a lot while I was there. But what's better than chili on a cold, rainy evening? Simple goodness in a bowl, chasing it down with carrot cake. You also can't forget about the Tex-Mex at Torchy's. Being that I lived in San Diego for many years, I know what good tacos are.
Now being full, time to see some cowboys ride a bull off the Fort Worth, the rodeo capital of the world. In the Trinity River area, it's easy to get to Fort Worth from Dallas via train, where all the cowpokes come to show their mettle on the grand stage as fans watch. In 1918, Fort Worth started hosting the very first indoor rodeo, which now holds shows every Friday and Saturday. Men and women from all over the world try their hand at cowboy stardom.
They say bull riding is the most dangerous sport in the world. And after seeing this with my own two eyes, I have to agree. You're riding this big, raging beast trying to knock you off. Man, I don't know if I could do this for a profession, but I'm down to do the simulation. So I took my talents to a country music dance hall to ride a mechanical bull. 14 seconds on a steel steed is good for a rookie like me.
While the food in Fort Worth was all fine and dandy, football is the heart and soul of the Lone Star State. More specifically, the Friday Night Lights.
Growing up watching the Friday Night Lights football movie and series about the Permian Panthers has always made me want to go to Texas and experience a game for myself.
Here's to God and football and 10 years from now, Street. Good friends living large in Texas. Texas forever, Street.
And I came at the right time to do that. 'Cause now, it's Texas high school playoff football.
High school football is religion in Texas. From small towns to the big cities, Texans can't get enough of watching young men play the game for their respective towns.
The cost of this new high school football stadium is making headlines. The price tag, a staggering $72 million. The most expensive high school stadium in the country, costing more than many college stadiums. Mostly paid for by Katy taxpayers, minus a few million that was made by selling the naming rights. Cross-state rivals in Allen, Texas, outside Dallas, have a $60 million stadium. And in nearby McKinney, they're spending $70 million for a stadium that's under construction.
How much of this is keeping up with the Joneses or keeping up with the fellow Texans?
It's not keeping up with the Joneses. It's going to serve 1,000 kids on any given night.
In 2018, 26 out of the 32 high school coaches in the playoffs had a six-figure salary, peaking at about $150,000.
It's more than just a game. It's a way of life. And I had to see that for myself. Even though it was a Saturday, I went up to Frisco, Texas to see the Division 1A quarterfinals matchup between John Tyler and Highland Park, who have been undefeated in 28 games straight. It was an unforgettable matchup, and they played at the Cowboys Ford Frisco facility. I kid you not, that stadium holds like 12,000 people, and it was packed to the brim.
Highland Park ended up winning the game in comeback fashion, keeping their win streak alive. They eventually won the D1A state championship.